Shaq-alicious.
Yeah, I thought he was cool. I thought he'd like it. But did you see the way he looked at me? What did you... He's only in charge for another few hours, right?
You better hope so. Wait a minute. Look at this. It's the masterpiece, Chris Masters. This is MVP's opponent.
And from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 265 pounds, the masterpiece, Chris Masters.
Boy, Shaquille O'Neal certainly didn't do MVP any favors.
Oh, the return of the physically intimidating Chris Masters, who looks better than ever. And can you imagine the impact King Chris Masters would make if he could prevent MVP from beating the clock tonight? And remember, there are only 5 men involved in this challenge. Mark Henry, Triple H, Jack Swagger, John Cena, and MVP. So it's the spoiler role, so to speak, for Chris Masters.
Well, you see that clasping of the hands, that's signaling the master lock, that modified version of a full Nelson that this guy does to perfection.
It was unbreakable for years. So Masters and MVP, quick cover for MVP, and a kick out as the clock counts down from Mark Henry's time of 6:49. MVP, another kick out. So MVP must win this match within the 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to have a chance at a title opportunity at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but first he must win it. Never dreamed we'd see Chris Masters, the masterpiece, back here tonight. Oh! Oh! Man.
Foot from the 6'4", 275. Masters going for the master lock. Trying to lock in the master lock. MVP!
Whoa.
Great move by MVP and a kick out. Oof! Vicious clothesline.
Well, that move, that quick pinning combination there by MVP is that's what it's going to take for one of these superstars to
make that time.
Yeah, for one of these superstars to beat that clock. You need to catch your opponent just out of the blue quickly.
Chris Masters playing the mind games with MVP, glancing back at the clock off the suplex. Here's the cover, forearm to the face. Seems what Masters is doing is a great strategy, King. You really put that sense of urgency into your opponent's mind.
Well, you're right. That's a little bit of a mind game that Chris Masters is playing, but Chris Masters is such a physical specimen, and he's got that master lock to boot. I mean, he's just, that's just beating Chris Masters is certainly not a given.
Has it up over the top. Great athletic ability, but MVP rolls through. Follows it up with a big clothesline. MVP again goes for the cover. Must go for these quick covers. Again, shoots to half. Masters kicks out. 5 minutes, 4 seconds and counting left for MVP to get a win over Chris Masters.
Check the clock. 4 minutes, 55 seconds.
If MVP can beat the clock, he'll set the new standard for the rest of the night.
He's got to somehow get a victory.
Look at go for the master lock again, perhaps. Again, cover by MVP and a kick out.
That's not going to work. I'm going to pin Chris Masters like that.
This is the Beat the Clock Challenge. We're in Washington, D.C. tonight, live from Monday Night Raw. 15,148 WWE fans on hand.
And Shaquille O'Neal is our guest host. He is in charge here tonight on Raw.
What an impact he's made already. Responsible for the return of Chris Masters. And what a clothesline.
Now that may work. Sometimes you see, as MVP did there, here's a cover.
And hook of the leg yet again, and Masters kicks out.
They look like they're distracted, but in actuality,
another cover.
They're all just looking up at that clock. The clock in the back of the arena. There it is.
Less than 4 minutes to go, and this will not help MVP's cause.
You know, that first match, Mark Henry against Carlito, I mean, just looking at that, even on paper, I would have had to say that Mark Henry was the favorite. But when I saw Chris Masters come out for this match, I don't know if I would consider MVP the favorite in this match. This is an even matchup.
That one glance back at the clock for Masters may have cost him for a moment. Ooh, and here's MVP trying to get back into the ring. Trying to beat the count back into the ring. The referee's at a count of 7. Look at Masters trying to keep MVP from getting back in the ring at a count of 8.
Double count out.
The Master Lock is locked in. There's 9. The Master Lock locked in. It's a double count out. And the Master Lock still locked in on MVP. story
Ladies and
here.
gentlemen, the referee has determined that this is a double countout.
And that
the
means
time becomes irrelevant.
MVP will not beat the clock.
Chris Masters, you said it earlier, playing the part of the spoiler. He has really spoiled MVP.